28 years later, kind of good when you don't have a bitch in your ear saying the ending is glup shitto. Kind of good. Kind of, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what score to put on it, but kind of good. Kind of expected to not like it and ended up liking it. The new one or last year's? Did I say The Bone Temple? Do you think if I saw a movie called The Bone Temple, I wouldn't lead with The Bone Temple kind of good? I wouldn't have led with some jokes about the Bone Temple? I would be waxing poetic about the Bone Temple, man. Isn't last year's The Bone Temple? Are you Jon Snow? Because you know nothing. Last year's is 28 years later, which I keep calling 28 weeks later, even though 28 weeks later came out in 2012, I'm going to say. Maybe 2010. Check the stock market. Nah, me and my pal are talking about he's back on the Peloton. I've been sending him myriad high fives on the Peloton. And he's talking about the impact that it's had on his lower back pain. I was also telling him, why does every middle-aged man I talk to bring up something related to biohacking within 30 minutes of us having a conversation? And then he talked me back from the edge. He said, you should feel good about it. They get one look at you and think you're into it too. And you know what? That's a good way to think about it. That's a complimentary way to think about it. I'm going to say, you know what? That is a nice way to think about it that I hadn't considered. I'm going to choose to take it that way. LOL. All caps LOL because there's two millennials talking to each other so we can use our comfort words, our comfort acronyms. That's right. Yes, sir. Oh, I love having a one-on-one chat with another millennial. And you can just put all caps LOL at the end of every sentence without having to worry about, did I put too many LOLs in here? Dude, that's so true. LOL. LOL is like, it's like the over from CB radio. It's a terminal codon that tells you that the genetic strand of our message is finished. It is a stop codon. And you may begin your message with Lamau with two O's. But Lamau always has to be underscore, or not underscore, but lowercase letters. Because if Lamau is uppercase letters, it has to be the funniest thing that you've ever heard. Or at least in the top 2% of funniest things you've ever heard. Otherwise, under lowercase Lamau is signal received, I will now begin transmission. What's wrong with XD? It might be toxic masculinity. I don't feel comfortable using XD. I think I'm worried about being seen that goofy. XD is kind of I feel like it's kind of like scene girl coded, and maybe it shouldn't be that way. But I'm saying the block is me. I have a mental block from using it myself. Or a RAR with like a :3. I don't think I was ever an XD guy. I was kind of a smiley, a big smiley, aka :D. And tongue sticking out. And then with like a lot of self-talk, maybe I could send a winky smiley face. But it would be hard. Were you ever a carrot guy? I don't think I was ever a carrot guy. What's carrot? Oh, no, I was not that guy. Like using the carrots instead of the colon as the eyes? No, I was never that. I was never that type of fella. That was more anime club coded. You know what? I may have used greater than underscore less than once or twice. I can't conjure a specific memory, but it would not surprise me if in my life I had used greater than underscore less than. That's worse. Well, yeah, for what it's worth, I was probably like 13 or something. But by the way, this new overlay is courtesy of Toasty. Thank you, Toasty, for the Northernlion live solo show that may or may not have guests from time to time. Overlay. Much appreciated. What did he get paid? It was on spec. It was on spec, and I opted not to commission. So I'm just using the spec as the overlay now, which is a money-saving tip for you in case you ever find yourself in a position to solicit artwork. Making spring rolls, do you want one? Are they homemade spring rolls or are they frozen spring rolls? And if they're frozen spring rolls, are they Trader Joe's spring rolls? I've never had a Trader Joe's spring roll, but I'm broadly against frozen spring rolls. But I would make an exception to try a Trader Joe's spring roll because I hear that their frozen foods are really good. The reason I don't like the pre-made frozen spring rolls is because one time in university, my housemate made frozen spring rolls, and she said, "Do you want to try one?" And I said, "Obviously, it's free food." And then I bit into it, and like scalding hot oil shot from the spring roll like straight into the back of my throat and burned the back of my throat. Don't do that, 2.5 scums. Said, "I love it when he squirts in the back of my throat." It's literally nothing to brag about. It's probably the easiest thing in the world to make a man achieve orgasm with your mouth. It's not that impressive. If you wanted to flex, do it with something creative. With your hand, a little bit more special. It's actually less special, but it's more impressive, I guess. It's easier. It's easier with my hand, obviously. I wrote the manual on that thing. Elbows, I've decided we'll stick with the mouth, actually. I decided to stop talking, because I think I had a good thing going there. We had a dinner party yesterday, man. We hosted a dinner party. Kate cooked like 5 different foods. You know what's embarrassing as an adult? Having a dinner party, and then like everybody that comes over brings a bottle of wine, and then you realize you don't have glassware. Like we only have water glasses. So we were serving people nice wine in like in highball glasses and stuff like that. I mean, we have like water glasses and stuff like that, but I don't have any wine glasses, man. You can't be doing that? We don't drink, man. We don't need the glasses. You know the Costco order came in clutch, though, so we had San Pelli. It was flowing. Out the glass bottle, too. What'd you make last night? I didn't make anything. I made my wife happy by being her sous chef and her gopher, which means when she told me that she needed something, I got it for her. She made kamchajan, galbijim, sogogi muguk, rice, lots of good stuff. We had macarons, not homemade macarons, but macarons. I mean, they were homemade by the bakery that we bought them from. No one lives in the bakery, bro. Oh, so I guess ratatouille is a joke to you. I guess you don't consider like rats to be human beings or whatever. Sorry, again, I'm stalling because I forgot how to stream. I think this is the Hunchback of Notre Dame, because this looks like a house from France in like the 1700s. Wrong. That's Toy Story 1? No, bro. But obviously it is. But what is this? Because that's not Pixar, bro. And this is Pixar. That's not Pixar. That's Sid's house. But that's not Toy Story. This is from like The Emperor's New Groove or something like that. They actually got a clip mixed up. No wonder Sid was fucked up, bro. He was living in a different reality, man. Sid was living in an older movie and Andy was living in the future. No wonder he's resentful. No wonder he's blowing up his toys. It's a good point. I guess they didn't really have a TV antenna back in the Hunchback of Notre Dame days, huh? Otherwise, Count Frollo could have just chilled his horny ass out and watched some Sunday Night Football. Why am I looking at this? This guy lived rent-free in my head for sure. I'm looking at this like I'm going to be like, oh, whoa, I don't remember this from Toy Story. Obviously, I remember this from Toy Story, bro. This is Toy Story. What do you want me to say? Sid was cool as fuck. He low-key had aura, and he's not a villain. Stop putting Sid on stage on Villains Night at Disney California Adventure for Halloween at Oogie Boogie Bash. He's not a villain. He's like 8. He's an 8-year-old kid, and he's modifying inanimate objects. He's literally like a budding engineer. He's not doing anything wrong, man. His parents fucked up. I mean, I'm sure his mom's doing her best or whatever, but like at the same time, like the kid he's innocent, man. That's it. How is he supposed to know that they're alive? Exactly. If anything, the adults should be fucking reckoning with that, man. There's factories that are building living things and then putting them in boxes and shipping them around the world to be owned by children. Some shit from Attack of the Clones, man. He did steal his sister's Barbie and destroy it. Oh, here we go with the youngest kid moralizing. And you drank out of the garden hose. It's what kids do, man. It doesn't make you evil. It's sibling behavior. She deserved it. Who knows what she was getting up to, man. Mattel's making more anyway. He did have a skull shirt. That's true. Part of a famous Miami national title team, defensive back Philip Buchanan had 11 interceptions in his first 3 seasons with this AFC West team from 2002 to 2004. Who cares? AFC West is obviously the Broncos, and then some other teams that are around the same geographic place as such as the Raiders. Oh my God. Holy shit. He couldn't have been that good if he got drafted by the Raiders in 2002. That's when Rich Gannon was winning MVPs, man. Later drafted 3rd overall by the Bills in 2011. I'm not going to know a single defensive lineman. This is Will Trent. This is Trent Williams. That's what I meant. Will Trent is that freaky ass cop from the TV show, right? I think he has dyslexia or something. I think Will Trent is what if a cop was dyslexic, something like that? No, he has a dog? He's got a dog. You guys sure you're not getting him confused with, what's that show with the dog is also a cop? The guy's a cop, but the that's Hudson and Rex, that's right. And Rex is the guy and Hudson's the dog, which is fucking crazy. Rex not being the dog. You know, they took it to the pitch meeting and they were like, it's a dog, it's a cop with his cop dog. And they were like, boring, we've seen it. And then they were like, wait a second, you're going to want to hear this. The cop has the dog's name. And they went, well, we could put that on for like 9 seasons straight or whatever. Later adapted into a film starring Audrey Hepburn, Truman Capote wrote his 1958 novella about a New York City writer whose life is changed after befriending Holly Golightly. It's Breakfast at Tiffany's, bro. Now we're talking. I think it's Robert Downey Jr., and you are Carey Mulligan? I think you're Carey Mulligan. I'm hearing, by the way, that Rex is the dog in Hudson and Rex. I don't know if it was just the one episode that I saw. Maybe they tried like a name swap for fun. I've been operating under a false pretense. I apologize. Are you doing It's Too Trivial to Care About while doing trivia? No, I'm saying that the book question, because Barstool never beats the allegations, the book question is always like Moby Blank by Herman Melville. And then the NBA question is like, how many atoms are on Charles Barkley's ass? Like these are always insanely niche. And this one is like, you know, the little engine that blank. Like it's insane. Tom Holland made his debut as Spider-Man in this movie. Spider-Man. Oh my God, it's Civil War. I'm looking stupid. That's really funny. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Ba-ba-ra-ra is a repeated lyric. So I know Breakfast in America, and I am familiar with this song. I have no idea what the song is called. I'm going to assume it's Girlfriend, which is, now that I think about it, by Avril Lavigne. Okay, I was not going to get Cupid's Chokehold, bro. That was not going to happen. I think the only Gym Class Heroes song I know is the one they wrote for Snakes on a Plane, which is how I know that they're a serious band. That's Cobra Starship? Whatever. Cobra Starship, Gym Class Heroes, Linkin Park. It's all the same shit. Oh, so that's sacrilege, but when you guys get Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan confused, all of a sudden it's like, oh, close enough. It'll happen to you. Fix, study, silver, sand. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I have no clue. Words after quick. This one kind of pisses me off because you can put almost any word after just an adjective like quick, man. Quick, almost anything could be described in terms of like how fast or slow it is. This seems a little, like how could you it's too big of a data set to sort through, man. These are common phrases. Okay, I mean, I'm not trying to pick a fight. Quicksilver is not a common phrase. Maybe in like the Mary Shelley days, Quicksilver was a common phrase, but it's not common now. It is. You guys have been reading too much like antediluvian shit, man. You're reading too much Bram Stoker. You need to read some contemporary literature that takes place in the modern day, man. It's a brand. Oh, fuck you for being right about that. I'm a Hurley stan anyway. There's no surfers in chat, man. Hawaii is not awake yet, bro. That's why it's the worst North American time zone. The fuck do you mean, like, football on Sunday starts at 6:45 a.m.? Be serious. Doesn't make any damn sense. What about Tofino? I can't go there because it's full of people that say we hate the mainlanders, even though they themselves were mainlanders like 4.5 years ago. They don't like me up there. Banana or English to Swedish? Bro literally thinks he's Eric from 28 years later. I'm going to say banana. Chicken banana probably has 10 million searches alone, monthly. Let's say John Cena, hustle, respect, loyalty. Fuck, marry, kill, hustle, respect, loyalty. I would marry hustle. I think if you're thinking long term, aligning your interests with hustle is really smart because you guys are going to get far. You have to marry loyalty? I was thinking kill loyalty because loyalty is like never turning your back on your friends. Well, what if your friends did something fucked up? You should shun them a little bit at the very least. I think you have a fling with respect because you should have respect by default at a minimum until someone proves otherwise. And then loyalty is like, you don't need to worry about having loyalty. If you stay chill, I'll stay loyal. It's that simple. You can't kill hustle. I'm not approaching this from a David Goggins context. You can't kill hustle, man. You could just, hustle's important. You just point it in the direction you want to go. You don't have to hustle at, like becoming a manosphere grifter. You could hustle at cultivating your interests. You could hustle at doing your hobbies. You could hustle at, building a personality. Hustle implies manosphere grifter? No, it implies fucking Adam Sandler in gym shorts, bro. Why is my poop green? I gotta go with John Cena on that one. You don't watch movies. It's Denzel Washington. I gotta imagine these searches are spiking lately. I'm gonna say car rental. I think it's Kid Laroi. I only know Madison Beer because she was on the song from the League of Legends World Championships. And the Kid Laroi has that Justin Bieber song that goes, "Need You to Stay." He clears. It's that simple. I gotta go with the Kid Laroi. I'm gonna keep my eye on Central C. It seems like he's an up-and-coming artist. This is fucking crazy. It has to be Central C, but I think Bob Dylan's gonna have a lot, man. I'm proud of my goat for having 14 mil. I think he fucking clears Mozart, I'll tell you that. This seems like the type of band that would be really popular in our fucked up world. It seems like kind of like a Mormon Rhett and Link thing going on here. They both, and I mean this, I don't know, they might be awesome people. They look so much like they run like a YouTube channel that's just about their family that I'm like, they're so family YouTuber coded, especially this guy. I feel like this guy has like a 15 million subscriber YouTube channel that's mostly just about like, look how awesome I am as a dad. It's so family YouTuber coded. But I think that Megan Thee Stallion is going to clear anyway. Dr. Dre specifically. I mean, Detox, Chronic 2001. He's getting, but are people even listening? Stop looking at me. I don't know anything about you, but there's an aura. I'm not a superstitious guy. There's just a malevolent aura, and you might be the nicest person on the planet. I apologize. I don't think any of this is necessarily valid or means that he's a bad person, but he looks to me like it's pure evil. There's pure evil emanating off of the screen. I'm just one guy, okay? But there's just something. I think I've just seen too many family YouTubers that have this exact outfit and look. I have to try. Okay. I feel like it's got to be Linkin Park, man. And this is the nicest thing that I will say about Linkin Park, and I mean it sincerely. It's not just a balm to apologize for making fun of them on occasion. I can't imagine the kind of person that is like, I'm going to go home and listen to Flo Rida. I can 100% imagine the kind of person that's like, this Linkin Park music is speaking to me. And I mean that in a complimentary sense. That is music for people that have emotions. Not every artist needs to be, speaking to your spirit, but like, I mean, how many times do you need to hear Right Round by Florida, man? It's like you pretty much get what he's talking about within like the first half of the first time you hear it. This one's really tough. So the A-Team from 2011 should not, or 2010, sorry, should not be at 6.7. That's an indictment of the average intelligence of the IMDb. Well, it's a selection bias because the kinds of people that would choose to watch and review this movie are not sending their best. Ladder 49 is like the prototypical, like most exactly mid-movie ever made. But the A-Team is actually bad. So I feel like Ladder 49 that's crazy to me. It's so bad. I say it every time it comes up, but the A-Team was so bad, I was on a 12-hour flight when I watched it, and I turned it off. I would rather not watch anything than watch this on a plane, which is insane, man. Like, that's really bad. It went hard when I was 11. You're not supposed to watch a movie at age 11 and then review it 10 years later having not seen it again, man. You have to watch it again before you review it again. Why not? Well, because I don't really care about an 11-year-old's opinion on a movie unless it's like my kid. I don't want to talk to like a guy who's an adult and then he's like, I think that movie's pretty good. And then I find out he doesn't know shit about the movie. He just has a memory of thinking he liked it when he was in the 5th grade. They should make a movie called Kissing Just for Practice, and it's insanely homoerotic. That to me feels like a classic, like a 3-star indie pseudo comedy that has no jokes in it. I mean that in a complimentary sense. If you are making a movie where the title is just a Belle and Sebastian lyric, I'll fucking watch it, and it'll be a 3. It'll be a 2.5 to a 3.5, but probably closer to the 3. Mi Rancho organic yellow corn tortilla. I'm always surprised how cheap tortillas are, even though 30 is one of the biggest numbers when it comes to the amount of something you could buy. I'm going to say, defying all reason, I'm going to say this is $6.99. It's like 20 cents a tortilla. Holy fuck. It's cheaper than 20 cents a tortilla? What the fuck? $4.99? Oh, 0.499? I did it again. $4.49? That's insane. It's giving white people tortillas. Bro, it's literally called Mi Rancho. Obviously, these are authentic. That's true. Magresta's right. White people don't eat corn tortillas. I say as a white person, I've eaten a lot of corn tortillas. I've eaten a lot of flour tortillas. It's baked into the genome. I just prefer the flour tortilla. So I don't mind the corn tortilla, but deep inside of my spirit, the flour tortillas they hit me better. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of misrepresenting what my spirit knows to be authentic for me. Now, I didn't say true, because I don't know how much objective truth there is when it comes to food. But to my unique genetic makeup, even though you see a lot of people that look like me, it is unique, boggling the mind. I have to imagine all the genes that make me special are there, but not being expressed due to like environmental pressures. But the flour tortilla speaks to me. I don't know what to say. Tacos on flour is sacrilegious? Well, I'm an atheist, so I don't really give a fuck. They taste good. If you're an atheist, explain this. It's a gif of Jesus dribbling a basketball between his legs. I can explain that. Practice. Kelly Clarkson in an animated family comedy music, a classic underdoll story. And the adorable, it's ugly dolls. So these are Fugglers. Janelle Monáe, cover your ears, please. The whole cast is just judges, celebrity judges from like America's Got Talent and stuff. Where's Howard Stern, man? Where's Ken? Actually, Ken Jeong might be in this. If I had to guess, I would say Ken Jeong. This is obviously Kelly Clarkson. I'm going to assume this is Blake Shelton, if I had to guess. Ken Jeong, I don't think Ken Jeong is pictured. Or maybe you're Blake Shelton, I don't know. I think Ken Jeong would be Blue Dog. I don't know, this says like Josh Gad written all over it. But I guess Josh Gad and Ken Jeong oftentimes are like kind of competing for similar roles. Ken Jeong would be you think Ken Jeong's this guy? Our dolls are too ugly. We need our dolls to be cuter. No Ken, but Rob Riggle is in it. I could see that. Lizzo's in this too. They're calling it the most 2019 movie ever made. Kelly Clarkson, Blake Shelton, and Lizzo. It also has Pitbull and Nick Jonas in it. So they just didn't give a fuck, huh? They didn't care about this shit at all. There was I Hate Women. I saw this in theaters opening night. If anything, that proves that I love women. And you're going to say, why? Because my wife wanted to see it. So I took her to see Captain Marvel. I wanted to see it too, but, mostly she's driving the bus on that sort of stuff, on the evening plans. Did you see Black Widow, though? Yeah, I paid $40 to watch a video on demand when it came out. Fucking sucked. Sucked ass. Florence Pugh, though, she sucked in the movie, too. She's a great actress, so she fucking sucked in the movie because the movie sucked. A lot of great actors and actresses are in shitty movies. You don't have to be... It's the same... Motherfucker. It's the same thing when you're like, I hate the Smiths, but Johnny Marr is the real reason the Smiths are good. No, bro, Florence Pugh can be in Black Widow and still be ass in the movie, even though she's fucking fire in Little Women, okay? You don't have to pretend that just because you like the movies that she's done where she's good, in every single movie she's good. That's crazy. Is Leo in any bad movies? Yeah, go see One Battle After Another. That'll answer your question. And the answer is no, or not since the 90s, maybe. Well, a lot of people aren't fucking with Gangs of New York, I guess. Oh, yeah, I forgot his fuck ass. Don't Look Up. Oh, I hate Don't Look Up so much. NJ Edgar, that's true. I really hate Don't Look Up. Oh, do I hate that movie. Reality bites ass. It's true. I don't think about it every day, but I think about it once every 2 months, where I said, how did Ben Stiller get so jacked? And then everybody in chat went, he's jacked? Bro, have you not seen every movie he was in from 1994 to like 2009? Ben Stiller's jacked, bro. He's cut, not jacked. I'm gonna fucking freak out. I'm gonna freak out because all the male influencers on steroids have completely blown out your Overton window of what jacked looks like. Ben Stiller is fucking jacked, man. What do you mean, is he jacked? He's fucking jacked, man. He's like in his 40s when this movie was made. He got the damn gutters, bro. Like, what are you talking about? That's not jacked. You literally, I say this with all due respect, you have to get off of the internet, man. You don't know what you're talking about. 98% of men that will exist within this century will never look like that. That's it's an insane physique for a fucking comedian, bro. He has no pectorals. No offense, you're literally blind. He has pectorals. He doesn't have like fucking HGH titties, but he has pecs. He's in incredible shape, man. He needs some work. You need some fucking work, man. Yeah, he's Hugh Jackman 02, not Hugh Jackman 2023. This is like, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is goals. Like, if you look like this and you're like, it's not goals, I'm not saying stop working, but you can like get off the supplements at the very least. Like, you made it, bro. That's the dream come true. You could get that in a year. Okay, what's fucking stopping you? Why doesn't everybody look like that then? Yeah, of course it's easy when both your parents were fucking comedians. Of course it's easy when you're a Hollywood celebrity like Ben Stiller, man. You wouldn't know how hard it is to get jacked when you're unemployed. The dude he's fucking fit goals. I don't know what to tell you, man. They do in Vancouver? Okay, it does. Some truth to that. He kind of has weird proportions. Oh my God, I'm going to freak out. He's literally hot, for one. And he's probably got like 11% body fat or something in the... He looks fucking good. I mean, he doesn't look good. He looks amazing. People were like, that's like, he's toned. Like, what are you talking about? He's toned. Holy cow. I mean, it's not your fault. I swear it to you, it's not your fault. You got fucked by society and social media, but you're also choosing to continue getting fucked by society and social media. So at some point, you got to take some responsibility. Like if you're like 15 in chat and you're like, he could gain 40 pounds of muscle. I get it. You're 15. You're stupid. You have like very little life experience. That's fair. But if you're like 25 and you're like, oh, I could work on his shoulders a little bit. Like you got to fucking grow up and enter the real world, man. Just for that. I don't like this one. 10 playoffs played in a single postseason. Can I fuck with you for a second? What about Jamie McLennan? Fuck yeah, you fucker. Yaroslav Halak, you fucker. I guess they'd have to win playoff. Fuck you, Puck Doku. How about an impossible grid? Vancouver Canucks players who have won a game in 2026. Oh, man. Because we have not won a game. We've not won a game, which is awesome, by the way. It sucks, but it's awesome.
Twice. A adverb means...
By the way, can I tell you? Remember last week we were playing More or Less, and I got Twice versus something else? And I clicked Twice because they're like one of the 20 most popular musical groups in the world, and they only had 9 million streams. And I was like, I thought Twice was way more popular than that. I told that to Kate, and she was like, those stats are fucked. More or Less, do you have any answer for that? Can you summon up some data that proves that those are the actual numbers? They're outdated. I'm serious. They have like 20 million now. Koreans don't use Spotify. I'm not asking you to explain data that might be fucked, Point Dexter. I'm asking them to prove the data. And if they can't prove the data, then why are we playing More or Less? Because we might as well just flip a coin 10 times. You're literally wasting calories, like energy, food, money, on trying to rationally explain why bad data is good. Just because it's garbage out doesn't mean it has to be garbage in, bro. The pipe doesn't flow that way. They're at 19.7 million now. More or Less, get your fucking act together. Refresh that data set, bro. You're pissing me off. Jack Harlow still clears. Okay. Did I say I'm not surprised? Did I say I'm surprised? It's more, I was like 9 million. Like, because if at 9 million, that means Bob Dylan is clearing Twice, which as much as as much as it does in my household, at least in the car when I'm driving by myself, that would surprise me. It would surprise me if Bob Dylan is getting more monthly listeners on Spotify than Twice right now.
Rugose. A adjective meaning full of wrinkles. Rugosus comes from Latin, derived from ruga meaning wrinkle. Rugose.
Ruga.
A adjective meaning full of wrinkles. Rugosus.
Rugose. Okay. Dude, I miss my fucking calling. At 37, it's really hard to learn like how to spell new words and keep it in your head. But I can tell I've got the fucking genotype, man. Because when they hit me with the word like that I don't know, my eyes close and I enter some kind of, I don't know, like a space between. It just starts to, it makes sense. I like, it's as close as I can feel to what they were trying to do when they wrote Sherlock and they had him like use his hands to like use the iPad of the filament and rearrange shit in the cadaver lab. That's called thinking. Nah, bro. I'm doing it on a level heretofore unseen. You are 37. Holy moly, I'm 36. What happened to your hair? Bro, it's fucking Monday morning at 10:16 a.m. What happened to your job? I mean, it's one thing when someone who's like 22 comes into chat and is like, you're 37? I'm like, okay, I get it. They're skipping the college classes that they paid for. Oh, fuck, it's a holiday. Okay, well, then I go to my backup. R is spelled A-R-E, just for the record, which is very appropriate because we were just playing spell check. So I might be bald, but at least I learned how to spell a 3-letter word. It's my day off, buddy, plus you type too fucking slow. That was the last insult. We already moved on to another insult by the time you got that one sentence out. Do vape shops just prey on the folly of man? I was actually talking, I don't know if I said it 20 times. We had a dinner party last night. We were talking about how the only stores that are open are vape shops. And I thought it was because everyone buys everything online now, so the only storefronts that can exist are things that sell things that are hard to buy online, like vapes, for example, where like regulation might stop you from being able to purchase it online. And then another guy there who has a real job, who understands more of the retail market, was like, that's part of it, which is middle-aged parlance for like, no, not at all, nice try. You say, actually, there's a high incentive to open the business because the market is like highly unregulated. So you can basically like make the vapes out of garbage and charge as much as you want for them. And then like it's a predominant cash business. So, you know, you got a little less accounting sniffing around and stuff like that. So there's a high incentive to open them because they're really easy to open and make a lot of money, essentially. I was like, oh, that makes more. So you're telling me that my one hunch that I've been just repeating over and over for years is not right just because I've said it a lot? Apparently, they are also all exotic candy stores and Bitcoin ATMs, and you can return your Amazon packages there. So a lot of stuff going on in there. Can I tell you something, by the way? Kate's birthday was last week. We went out to an omakase for her birthday dinner on Saturday. First time in my life, we both left the omakase and we were like, that wasn't that good. I get it, bro. Raw fish tastes good. The restaurant was coasting on the fact that raw fish tastes good. After like the 5th or 6th piece of sushi, we were like, of course it tastes good. We've had amazing fish. Give me something that excites the palate, bro. Like raise my heart rate over the baseline. This isn't 2010 anymore. You can't just bring out a fish that you bought from Japan and I'll be like, oh my God, I've never had this fish before. The culinary world has adapted to that, man. You gotta excite the palate. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no clue. It looks fucking good. I'm gonna say like maybe Portugal. Maybe this became tempura. Oh shit. Everyone complains about culinary fusion, though. Well, okay, here's the thing. No, they don't. They eat it a lot. I don't know. Who's complaining about culinary fusion? Some Asian fusion stuff still goes really hard. The other thing, I don't want to put the restaurant too much on blast, but you go to an omakase for it to be like special, and then at the end of the meal, they were telling us like, hey, we just opened a new location. I kind of felt betrayed. I was like, this shit was like, it's my wife's birthday. What the fuck do you mean we look forward to welcoming you in Montreal? We don't live there, bro. How the hell did we end up going to a chain omakase restaurant? And how the hell did you get a fucking Michelin star? I don't work on the committee, but that just doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I don't know if they knew. I don't know if the people that the committee sent knew what they were tasting. Let me just put it that way. Meatza pizza fries. If I may, without waxing too poetic, I don't mind a slop bowl with fries, but I think this to me looks like they're fucking you because they just don't care. They're just like, just put it on top of fries. They'll eat anything. There's some dishes where the fries are like, the toppings are integrated well into the fries. This is just like a lack of respect for the customer. The cheese is so melted. When you pull on this, you're going to get one untopped fry, and then the other half of it is going to be permanently buried in there. And it's just going to be a bowl of matter. Or, a fuck-ass recycled cardboard tray of matter. This has some purity to it. I'm glad that's good. Scrandle's coming around, man. Both bad. Let's move on. It's not what's weird for me is that it's not the right color, but the hot dog color is not, like, real anyway. It's like they're almost complaining about the fact that they didn't dye it the right color. So, like, what's the difference between a gray hot dog and a pink hot dog? It's not cooked enough? They don't change color, man. It's foam. It's gotta be. This looks real, at least. Might be different meat. Well, they ordered it. They ordered it. The one thing, there should be an extra button in Scrandle that's like user error. Like would they, I put all the toppings on top of my burger and then open the bun and look at how messy it is now. That's your fucking fault, bro. Or when there's a hamburger with nothing on it and they take a photo and people go, there's nothing on the hamburger. I'm like, that's at a stadium, after you get a hamburger, you do a 180-degree turn, walk behind you, and there's a condiment section where you go, and then you eat it. So like just opening it up and being like it's a plain burger, like it's misrepresentative. It's been 10 years since she hit 5,000 episodes and she's still going strong. Linda Cohn is by far the most prolific host of what several times a day show? Don't say Isaac. The news. The Weather Channel. The Weather Channel? Oh, Sports Center. We don't get American Sports Center in this fucking country. Sports multiple times a day. It is crazy. Anytime I'm in America and you're like, you'll like be in a restaurant and the TV will have like football highlights from Sunday and it's Wednesday and you're like, what are we doing? You're really just like locked into the sports ecosystem all week. Like the dream of football. One of the best things about football is that it's only on like one day a week with a couple of extra games now and then. So you get to watch like the thing on the day and then take the rest of the week off. But now we're in like the NFL never ends. Spend the whole week talking about the games that are going to happen. Play the games. They're probably pissed off when they're playing the games because they're like, I would rather be talking about the games. And then starting on Monday, a whole week of talking about the games before next Sunday comes to pass. It's been like this for 20 years. No, man, you used to go to a restaurant, they would have diners, drive-ins, and dives on. And you'd be like, why do you have another restaurant's food on in a different restaurant? Like, that seems fucking crazy. Now, every restaurant you go to, it's two motherfuckers, like, doing a video podcast talking about, like, who's going to coach the Miami Dolphins. I don't care, man. Tell me who's going to be taking snaps. The coach is secondary as long as two is QB1. Restaurants have TVs there. Okay, one fight at a time, okay? Gallo is rooster. You know what? I just found out like a week ago. I thought that hens didn't have the crown, you know, like the dinosaur that spits the shit in Newman's face? I thought the chickens that have the crest are only men. And it turns out that hens can have the crest as well. And the goozle? Males have larger ones, but females can have them as well. Well, I've been saying that for years. No one's giving me any credit. Car culture, drinking culture, sports culture in Canada, sports culture in the United States. It's a tailgate party. I guess it is kind of Canadian as well. NASCAR, dude, they should do a drinking and driving NASCAR. And then we'll be like, wait a second, something doesn't add up. Why are all these guys driving better? It's the first race of the season where they're not hungover, man. 21st century rappers who are also YouTubers, who are YouTubers from Cincinnati, sidemen charity match players. I have no idea, man. I am so sorry. 2005 births? You could be I Show Speed. He seems like he could be 21. He could have a rap song I don't know about. He could be from Cincinnati. I know him as a Fortnite YouTuber. He could have launched his channel in 2016. Internet memes introduced in 2021. Internet memes introduced in 2022 is my mom's kind of playing no build. I Show Speed. We fucking get there. We fucking get there. He's kind of like Gen Z Anthony Bourdain. He accidentally exposed the De Beers diamond monopoly. Bashar al-Assad or I Show Speed? That would be a heck of a duel. Al-Assad versus I Show Speed? Avian humanoids. Oh, fuck. It's one of these guys. One of the Stargate motherfuckers. You're Horus? Yes! 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 American Frontier. This is a lasso. I'm assuming. Rodeo equipment, ropes, roping rodeo, lasso. Ethnic groups in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan and Pakistan and Uzbekistan. I don't know. I should have known. Some kind of, I kind of like this, dude. This would be kind of like a sick logo for a founder-driven online underwear e-commerce store. They could call it 10 out of 10, and it could have like a 10 that way, and then this line, and then 10 down here. You know this shit would go hard on like a perfectly square sign outside of like a brick and mortar establishment. And then you go in there and you're like, what the fuck? $75 for a pair of underwear? But then they're like, it comes with a lifetime guarantee. And then it rips and you're like, I'm not gonna send them. I'm not gonna deal with the post office for one pair of underwear. That's crazy. Did you see Kiefer Sherwood got traded? Yeah, but like, with absolutely no disrespect to Kiefer Sherwood, who has been maybe our second best player this year, you cannot trick me into caring about the Vancouver Canucks this season. I don't really care as long as they keep losing until the draft lottery, which I hope they win. I would love to, but it's an indictment of the Vancouver Canucks season that people are like, oh, my goat Kiefer Sherwood got traded. The only reason I'm happy he's gone is because we get more draft picks. My phone keeps sending me notifications of the score. I get sad every time I see it. The time to be sad was like the first week of November. Now you should be fucking stoked if you see that we got bodied. Because we need to have the hope beaten out of the front office, essentially. If they were like winning 2 and then losing 5 and then winning a couple and then 1 loss and then another win, they might be like, we kind of got like some hope. The fact that we've lost 10 games in a row and we're losing them like 6-0 is the best possible case scenario given the circumstances. Kind of like my Rangers. I mean, you guys traded for JT Miller and then made him captain. Like, we had him once. Once was enough, man. You really traded for him again? Like, you brought him back? I didn't do that? Oh, okay, fair enough. Imagine being worse than the Jets this season. Jets fans are pissing me off. Sorry, you don't get to win the President's Trophy and then tank the next year. You guys aren't bad. You're literally just pretending. Tell Connor Hellebuck to fucking nut up and do shit. They're like, oh, they're literally faking sick. Thank you for saying that. They're faking sick. And they have the audacity to be like, no one suffered like Jets fans. To be fair, you did lose your team for a while, but also shut up. Let me show you how to tank. Okay, that's true. The New York Jets, there's a different story. This is pissing me off. You think the definition is 5? I think these are the letters. And the 2, I don't know what the 2 is all about. Maybe this shit is ballet coded somehow. It's veil! Because vile doesn't make sense. And veil, but then this would be the wait, it's got to be right. But this would be the definition. Or it's all the definition. The whole thing is the definition. Our definition here is to conceal. Indicator. Conceal's not an indicator? Twist? Whatever. We fucking got it. Twist means reverse. Well, not in the dance world. They got to talk to Chubby Checker about that. Is Chubby Checker still alive? His discography is making me laugh, man. The Chubby Checker discography. The twist. Let's twist again. Slow twistin'. Twistin' USA. Der twist beginnt. Twist it up. The weekend's here. Limbo rock. Let's limbo some more. Let's do the Freddy. The slop. Like he did. That's really good. He was trying to marvelize his discography. The slop? I gotta listen to Let's Do the Slop, man. It's a monster mash. What the fuck? Oh, it sounds so bad. Oh my God. Mama did the hully gully, now she's got a mop. Now mama taught the baby gonna do the slop. Well, she just taught my baby how to do the slop. Now she's back in the kitchen with the brand new mop, with the hully gully music on the radio. I put the diapers on the baby and away we go. We do the slop. We do the slop. What the fuck? What the hell? When the baby's doing the hully gully to the slop, you better grab the baby before she blows her top. When the baby's older, take the diapers off. Well, you gotta look up before I poop the pop. What the fuck is this guy talking about, man? Is this a song about diarrhea? What does this mean? What the fuck, man? Chubby Checker, the Mexican hat twist? We're going to do the old Mexican hat with the brand new twist, and it goes like this. Everybody twist. I love that twist. Now, south of the border, I feel like I gotta hear the Mexican hat twist. Chubby Checker. Let's see what's going on with this one.
We're gonna do that old Mexican hat with the brand new twist, and it goes like this.
Oh, now I get it. Now I get a nice folk upbeat dance craze song. Yep. Yeah. Bro, it's been 15 seconds. Fucking chill out, man. We are hitting the Addams Family shit 15 seconds into the song. Relax, man. Oh, anyway. Let's play some fucking PUBG, man. They really were just listening to anything back then. And I don't disagree with you. He does sound like AI. Probably because the AI trained on this. That's true. They bought the Chubby Checker. The Chubby Checker pack from Google. I don't even have Steam open. Maybe we should just fucking call it. I was watching the Pitt this morning on the bike, and I was like, literally streaming is harder than this. Like, at least, at least he's got colleagues that are, like, helping him. Meanwhile, I have to do all this shit myself, and I make an awesome joke, and they go, that's not funny, even though it is funny. Have you ever noticed that bed sheets are just a fancier version of toilet sheets? That's a fucking funny joke. And if Dr. Robbie made that joke on the Pit, all the med students would have been like, Dr. Robbie, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Well, I make that joke to my friends, and they go, is it a poop joke? And I go, yeah, it's a poop joke. And they go, oh, we only like cum jokes here. We know poop jokes are very juvenile. Cum jokes are what we're all about. I see what you said about Tau Zero. I'm 3 chapters in, and 3 separate women have thrown themselves pussy first at the first guy introduced. Yes, but to be fair to the book, that's because they've written the first guy introduced as the guy who is competent in all domains and is smarter than everybody else and stronger than everybody else and more rational than everybody else. If you think that's bad, wait until people start having psychological breakdowns, and then the women go, maybe we can just fix them by having sex with them. This seems like an awesome idea. I'm going to do my duty for humanity. The dude did not know what he was doing when he was writing the interpersonal interactions in Tau Zero. The guy he should have just stuck to the hard sci-fi instead of the relationship dynamics, because it's fucking crazy. And the main character, it's all, oh, hey, we brought you on board because you're the smartest physicist that's ever existed. Have you ever considered, blah, 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 blah? Oh my God, even though I'm the smartest physicist that's ever existed, and that's why you took me on this mission, I never thought about that thing. Thank you, guy who is smarter and hotter and stronger than everybody else on board. Pissing me off, man. I'm sending cosmic energy to your game. I'm guiding your bullets to the cranium of your enemies. You will get a win. Thank you for your spiritual support. Anyone out there make a voodoo doll and just like do nice things to it? Anyone, if you got an NL voodoo doll, just give it like a little treat and a massage. Don't you need hair for a voodoo doll? If the motherfucker you're trying to hurt is bald, I don't know, man. I did acupuncture. My voodoo doll's got to be freaking the fuck out. That's a great inversion of the bit. Guy who's going to get acupuncture, and then it like jump cuts to his doll going, ah! That's a really good one. Laundry, then gym while you wait. That's a good idea. Who was it in our chat that came up with the idea to have a gym that has a laundromat in it? So you put your clothes in the laundry, and then you go work out, but I want to clean the clothes after the gym. You're literally never going to have 100% clean clothes. It's not realistic. I'll hit you with one better, too. Most apartments are not designed for you to have all of your clothes clean at the same time. Most apartments are designed for you to always carry a little bit of laundry debt. Your closet won't have enough room for all your clothes. You need to store some excess dirty clothes in the hamper in order for everything to function appropriately. It's like how sometimes a company needs to take on debt to be efficient. You need to have a certain amount of dirty clothes in your house in order for your domicile to function appropriately. My girlfriend doesn't understand this, but it's true. That's the burden of the fellas. This one's just for the fellas. The interesting thing is, dishes don't work the same way. You don't need to carry a little bit of dish debt, which I haven't really figured out a way to put that in the model. Girlfriend gets the premier closet space and we just have to deal with it. Magresta, I swear to you, it's not a misogynist bit, but it's true. It's true. As the person who has adopted the role of the husband in my relationship with my wife, every once in a while, we have our own closets, and then for a while, I would open it up and I would be missing some clothes hangers. I didn't say anything because I was like, it's completely plausible that I just, thought that I had more clothes hangers than I actually do. But then some of the clothes started making their way into my closet, which is not a problem, by the way, but I let her know that I knew, just so that I could hold it over her head. Just so I could be like, just so you know, I know you took some of my closet space. And then she's like, is that a problem? And I'm like, no, of course not, sweetie. She said, do something about it. Yeah, basically. And she was right too. It's normal to lose a little bit of closet space to your girlfriend. You make it up in food. I never considered that, but there's definitely some truth to that. Oh, you piece of crap, man. That was huge. Literally, that one, it didn't even matter if they were a bot because we lit them up so fast they had no chance. It's literally love languages. What do you think your love language is, chat? And don't say something glib like C++. I see him. But do say real ones because I don't know any of them. Okay, so how are we going to do this, bro? Okay, fair enough. Boost up. I see you. Bro, is that a bot? Or is that a bot or a fella? Oh, I lit him up. Now I can't see because I'm in what flat earthers think the world is like. Oh, I'm going to die. I have no heals. Yep. Joe! 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 I have to report you, Joe, because you're a chatter. You probably thought I was a bot because I was in the circle, but I was not a bot. I was killing a bot in the circle. Crafton, are you here? I need admin privileges. I need to be able to temporarily IP ban people from the game. I don't know if this is my most old person take or my most rational take. Sometimes when I get a document that requires an e-sign, if they send me a link on like HelloSign or DocuSign, I can sign it in 1 second. If they send that shit in like as a PDF, I'm better off just printing that shit out, signing it, scanning it back in, and sending it over. Instead of opening a PDF reader, why can't I sign this? Oh, Google, how do I sign in Adobe Acrobat Reader? Oh, they've made the document read-only by accident or something like that. Are you an eater? Don't assume that I don't know what you're saying just because I gave Sinners a 4-star, okay? Sinners is good. It's a very good movie. And it's a very good movie with some excellent scenes. Overall, and some excellent performances, if I will. To me, it didn't rise above a 4. But I in my review that I wrote in my actual journal, first line of the review, I didn't seem to enjoy this as much as most people. But great performances. The scene where Preacher Boy plays the blues for the first time is actually an all-timer. Like an incredible scene where the kind that makes you go, this movie has a lot of sauce. But don't assume that just because I gave it 4 stars, I don't know what being a real eater is all about. Perpetuated an anti-Irish stereotype? No, I thought the dude was cool. He was doing some cool stuff, man. Doing some cool dancing. His eyes could glow red. It's also kind of sick. I'm glad they don't really explain it. I think it's sick how he just shows up. Like the movie seems to imply that he like fell out of the sky when the sun started going down, and like his back still had steam coming off of it. Like because he was just barely not getting burned by the sun. You know what? It could have been a coconut tree. Maybe he did fall out of a coconut tree. You made it. You got in the lobby. What do you got to say for yourself? I'm gonna jump on your back. Hi-ya! I'm revoking hi-ya privileges. You literally can't. Hi-ya is, well, it's karate coded. And I know karate is a martial art that probably originated in Asia, but karate is, like, practicing karate is middle-aged white guy coded. That's what, like, Danny McBride trains in. Like, breaking boards and shit. Breaking boards with your, with a punch, or, like, doing a high kick that breaks a board or something like that. That, or 7-year-olds. I never did martial arts. I feel like my school wasn't big on the martial arts, man. Didn't have too many people in karate. We can tell. Oh, yeah, whoa, I sure hope I don't get ambushed by boards when I'm out. It would be hey, a board hates to see me. Hey, I was on my way home from work and 4 boards tried to rob me. Luckily, I've taken 10 years of karate. They didn't know what hit them. Like, what are we talking about here? It's more common than you think. Jiu-jitsu is middle-aged man coded? Well, like, here's the thing. As much as I hate to admit it, middle-aged men change generationally. Like, the middle-aged men now are not the same as middle-aged men when I was a kid. And it happens slow, and then you notice all at once. It's like most middle-aged men that I knew when I was a kid, they weren't even doing, like, any form of exercise at all. And now I feel like most middle-aged men I know are like, should I do steroids? Like, there's been an inversion. Indiana gonna blow out Miami tonight. You know, I was thinking we should bet on this shit, man. Here's my bet. I think if Miami beats Indiana, we have to unban CARSONBECKMIAMIHURRICANE, who got banned with that name like 8 months ago. They've earned a second chance through pure kismet. And I don't want to see Miami win, by the way. And the reason I don't want to see Miami win is because there's a chatter, Brian Rampage, who's been a fan of Indiana college sports. The only thing I know about them is they're a huge fan of Indiana college sports, and that largely that has not been a fandom that's paid dividends for, like, I don't know, a while, at least as long as I've been paying attention. But they must be, there they are in chat, they must be stoked that Indiana's in the college football playoff sponsored by Allstate. So I'm happy for them. So I gotta root for Indiana. Also kind of like hate the state of Florida. So I don't really feel strongly about Indiana one way or another, which makes it easily in the top half of U.S. states ranked by my sentiments. Wow! Max Milk in this one too. Heartbreaking. I didn't know Max Milk was a stream sniper. Okay, it's the guy who killed me last game. Nice try, bud. Would you guys have left cover for this? The fella. 2 fellas. That's gotta be PotFriend. I don't even have a melee weapon. Wow! The fella. Big miss. And you gave me your pan. Somewhere. Whatever, hipfire incoming. Pick a side. What has he got there? That was a big one. That hit an organ. Oh! Oh, thank you, PotFriend. Thank you. If I may, okay, obviously PotFriend is a I don't want to say a friend of the stream because they have crashed a lot of hang gliders into me, but PotFriend is a known entity. But the other stream snipers were deliberately trying to kill me, and we got over them. We killed a few real humans in that game. Just verse real people. I'm here to tell you, bro, that's not what verse means anymore. What does it mean now? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a guy who could top or bottom. I guess a person that could top or bottom. That might also be a switch. They might be the same thing, or there might be a nuanced difference between them. They're basically the same. Switch is dom sub. Got a lot to learn, man. It's the straightest thing I've ever heard. Go to a restaurant where middle-aged couples eat on date night. Straightest thing I've ever heard. 51-year-old husband on date night. All have the house burger. You're on a date night, bro. You're on a date. What do you... Ladies, be honest, okay? I'm asking you honestly. I'm using my honest card. When the fella orders a burger at a nicer restaurant, does it give you the ick? As a lady, I'm ordering the burger. I don't know how to explain it, but a lady ordering the burger doesn't give ick. She's literally hungry. Like, I feel like a man is ordering the burger because of societal pressure, and a woman orders a burger despite societal pressure. That's why when a woman orders a burger, especially if she's my wife, it's an act of rebellion. And when a man does it, it's an act of surrender. Oh, it's just, I was craving a burger all day. There's greater forces at play here than you could possibly understand, okay? I just love burgers, bro. Okay, whatever. Aren't you scared she's gonna leave you for a guy who orders the braised sablefish? It's gotta be in the back of your head, bro. It's gotta be in the back of your head. Every time you order the burger, you're like, maybe this is the one. Maybe there's another fella in the restaurant. Oh, can we start with the beet salad? And then we'll have the vichyssoise as our second course. And then after that, maybe the steamed sablefish. Babe, don't listen to him. Babe, it's just dinner. You don't even like beets. But he's so good at ordering. His order is so unusual. 3 courses? Act rich, stay broke. It's that simple. Getting 3 courses and not going appetizer, entree, dessert is kind of fucked up, though. Going soup, salad, entree, kind of unforced error. I like a soup, don't get me wrong, but you kind of want to have a soup or a salad. How hairy on a scale from badger to cat? I'm in a lot of swimming type situations. I do see someone, a man, hairier than me at least once per vacation, but not once a day. So I don't know where that puts me in the distribution. And this is not a flex. If anything, it's an anti-flex. At a minimum, I think I'm top 0.1% male hairiness for my age. No, it's not upper 20th percentile. I swear to God. I'm sure there's some selection bias, like people that are as hairy as I am aren't taking their shirts off as much, because maybe they're self-conscious. I swear to you that it's not top 20%, because I'm still dealing with people in my Discord that are trying to like meet me with big body hair problems, and they're saying things like, I've got 4 chest hairs. Should I shave it or pluck it? And I'm like, brother, who cares? It takes 3 seconds. What do you mean you're 36 and you have 4 chest hairs? Like, we're not in the same league, man. That's what I was rocking when I was 14. Unfortunately, I think I'm in the top, let's say 0.1 to 1% of hairiest guys my age. You got ear hair? Yes, bro, I have every kind of hair. I have lots of videos on ear hair. I shave my ears every time I shave, so like twice a week. Did you hear what the fuck I just said? I shave my ears, bro. Like inside? A little bit inside, yeah. The outs, like the rim of the ear, but yes, also a little bit inside. Nose hair? Yes, bro, I have every kind of hair. I have every kind of hair. I got lots of videos on rose apples. Head hair? I have had it. It's just been a minute. Game's kind of just bots and chatters. Well, you know one way to spin that. Sponsored stream must be going so well if so many NL viewers are in the lobby. How do I join and stream snipe you? Well, just wait till I win this game. And then join the next queue that we do. And we'll probably be in Daegu together, which is fine. Because honestly, bro, you kind of look like you're from there. That's right. You look like you're from Daegu. Bro, you look like you hail from Buxley. Can't say that? I can say whatever I want, bro. I'm from the streets of Milta. LGBTQ Martin Luther Queen nailing the 95 genders to the Chapel Rowan doors. Okay, that's really good. I also like how, even though the joke is about Martin Luther, you kind of got a riff on Martin Luther King in there with Martin Luther Queen, which is like, does not fit the theme, but somehow still elevates it, which I think is, just to be clear, I'm coming down on the side of, I think that's good. I think that's awesome, even though they are two different guys who lived 250 years apart or whatever. More like 500? I literally don't care. It was before I was born. You guys aren't watching movies from before you were born? I'm not caring about any historical events from before I was born. Sorry. Takes two to tango. I was there in 1551 when Martin Luther nailed the diet of worms to the chapel door. What do you think people were talking like in 1551, man? You think they were like, whatever, bro, I'll just buy an indulgence. It ain't that big of a deal. Babe. Holy shit! Babe, I'll just buy an indulgence. Why are you freaking out, babe? I'll just get an indulgence. People do it all the time. It's PotFriend! It's PotFriend! Oh no, it's not! Oh shit, that was good. Purgatory sounds chill. It literally does sound like a long flight. Purgatory don't sound that bad as long as they got the seatback entertainment. If all this heaven stuff is real, it is really funny to think that people who died in like fucking Charlemagne's time are just getting out of purgatory. They're gonna be like taking their East Francian ass up to heaven finally. There's gonna be like people who died this year up there. Like, the fucking intake in heaven's gotta be crazy, bro. You're like, damn, day one of heaven, I got a peasant from East Francia next to me in the fucking waiting room. What the fuck? It's been so nourishing to make real art again. Dude, that's how I feel when I started writing enough in my journal that I didn't write it as if someone else would ever read it. I feel like once I started using personal pronouns in my journal again, nature fully healed for me, or at least my brain, which is part of nature. Once I started using I in my journal instead of just dropping it and writing like a shorthand pseudo-scientific style, I use we instead. Are you Venom? I still write my journal with the anxiousness of future readings. I think you should chill on it, because like in all likelihood, the journal is an exercise that is for you and you alone. There's only like 2 scenarios where someone else is cracking into that. One of them is very likely. You die, give the journals to your kids. They don't give a fuck. They're going to open it probably and read a little bit and be like, that's interesting. And then they're going to like get bored because it's not about them. Like if my mom gave me 50 years of journals, there's no shot I'm reading a minute for every day of her life. Like that's crazy. Obviously it brings broader elements of her personality into focus, but like that's a ton of reading when most of it is going to be like, I gotta get groceries tomorrow, right? The other one is if you turn out to be a serial killer, they will pore over every single page. Or if you're like fucking Epictetus or something like that, then they might they might read your fucking journal. But literally, I don't think Epictetus's letters are even that impressive, bro. Every single letter is just like, I don't need all this Roman shit. I could just eat a tangerine and sit in my garden. And I'm like, okay, bro, some people don't have gardens, bitch. What are they supposed to do? By the way, so my daughter on vacation, she caught 5 minutes of an AEW wrestling show on TV. And she's been bugging me to watch more wrestling. Ever since then, we got Netflix, obviously. So I put on WWE Raw. Do they ever wrestle? It's like the whole show is just people talking. I got to the point where I was like, where's the damn wrestling, man? They never have? I don't even think, to be honest with you, I think I washed out of wrestling before I even knew what WWE Raw was. But I was surprised. She'd love some of the Japanese wrestling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to spend like all that. I don't know where to get that stuff. And I feel like I don't want to spend a bunch of money on something that she won't be interested in like probably like 5 minutes. I mean, even the WWE might have cured her. But maybe it was just because they were in Dusseldorf. It was WWE Raw in Germany. So maybe they were putting on like a more avant-garde kind of production. Should have watched one where they were in like a goofy-ass town. Like maybe something in the Netherlands instead. Then it might have been more her speed. RFK voice? Yeah, something happened. The sparkling water didn't hit right, and now my throat hurts. Maybe I got one gulp that like had too many minerals in it. I'm not totally sure what happened. Maybe whole milk is the play, bro. Fair enough, you got me. But the hit with the car was awesome. The hit with the car was awesome. Sparkling water's giga bad for you? Gongi, I saw you say, can somebody come up with a study that says sparkling water is bad for you so this guy stops drinking it? Why are you so mad at me for drinking sparkling water? That's Goggy for you? Goggy is a cyclical hater. That's what I know. They start here, call that not hater. Not like insanely positive, like not old rainbow trout levels. And then they gradually get closer and closer to like the asymptotic level of hate that leads to a ban. And then they get banned and eventually unbanned, and they come back on the other side of the function. Nick Drake Minecraft songs. Gonna see the Enderman. Gonna find out all his plan. Or stealing blocks. Something like that. If he steals all he finds, I might look him in his eyes. Don't suppose my design will survive. Okay, everybody just going Pink Wool is pissing me off. He's got other songs, okay? And not even ones off the Garden State soundtrack. Bro has 3 albums, okay? Get deeper into the back catalog. Does he? Stop learning all new music from Nissan commercials, okay? Do one of these things first. Bro, first off, that's off Brighter Later. It's my 3rd favorite Nick Drake album. Secondly, this from Garden State. That's not going to happen, okay? I've outed you as a braff head. You're SARS Guardian. Positively SARS Guardian. You like movies with Jim Parsons in them. Please beware of mobs that scare. That's so true. They'll only moan to see you groan in your house at night. He rhymes too fast for the parody to work, though. You gotta be Watson for that one to work. You look like you're from Tampere. Carpenter's End. It's Buzzer, dude! I gotta land in Boxley, mate. Boxley from the fucking NL joke. Not on your life I'm skipping a chance to land Boxley, lad. Here we go. Thai or Vietnamese food for lunch? You could Thai some nice food, or you could have some Vietnam. Either way. How I feel when my bun bo hui is finally arriving? Know what I'm talking about? Your picky eater bit got me in trouble with my wife. She has ADHD and took offense. Okay, first off, that's her problem. Secondly, I didn't get you in trouble. You got in trouble for taking a streamer's bit to your wife that was about her. Why would you do that? Now you got me mad at you. Why would you go and do something like... She overheard? All right, well, fair enough. That's tough. Because someone might say, why don't you put on headphones? But like, headphones in the house with the wife is like... It's kind of decroded vibes, in my opinion. Maybe you got a different setup. Maybe you're both on headphones and you kind of talked it out in advance. That might be like kind of a different story, but I don't know if you guys are in the same sort of dynamic. And just to be clear, I like it this way. Even though it doesn't really seem logical, it's comfortable. In our house, I think we don't have the headphones on. And it's really just whoever makes a play for an audio-driven medium first gets control of the board. So if I come home from running an errand and my wife is watching YouTube, I'll just sit down and watch a little YouTube with her. And if she comes home and I got the sports on, she might sit down and watch a little sports. It's like it's the right of first refusal. They love each other. Can I hit you with something else? Like the YouTube's often in Korean. And I don't speak Korean. So I'm just kind of like, just sort of watching light move across the screen, not really understanding like the context or whatever. And can I hit you with something that's also crazy? Some good videos. I don't mind watching them at all. So you learn a little something, just taking in the sights. It's the type of shit I also used to do when I lived in Korea. I love 28 years later. Here's my thinking. I think I'm going to give it a 3.5. I actually liked it like a 4, but the ending is very easy to be cynical about because it's so obvious that they were like, and I get why they would do it, don't get me wrong. But they're like, they can't end the movie at the appropriate part after the like emotional shoe drops. Instead, they have to add in like that Dune style ending where it's like, and don't forget, everyone will be back in the Bone Temple. Like this is a little thread to keep you going for the next movie. But I like it. I liked it a 4 level, ignoring the little half star for the ending. I definitely want to see the Bone Temple. I also feel like 28 years later is like exactly my right amount of Alex Garland, where it's like an exploration of, you know, different forms of masculinity, many of them toxic, but it's mostly explored through like, hey, there's a dude called an alpha who runs around naked, ripping people's heads off their necks with his cock out. Like that's more of like, I need the Alex Garland stuff to not be so serious in order for me to actually dig deeper into the themes of what he's going for. And also, I'm sorry to say this, and I don't know if it's your fault or not, but it's time to get over it. I went to Letterboxd for 28 years later. So many of the reviews are like, you are not ready for the amount of zombie penis in this movie. There's not even that much dick in the movie. There's some dick in the movie, of course, but like it's not like the whole movie is just like dicks flying in your face. Even if it was, who fucking cares? But like you spent 2.5 hours watching this movie. Your review is there's a penises in the movie. Okay, how many? How big are they? And is the dude they're attached to hot? Like you don't pay by the letter. What color's the tip exactly? Hard or flaccid? Real talk though, what would you have done if you were in that bus in 28 years later? I think I'm getting the fuck out of there. There's no shot I'm holding hands. Let's put it that way. I like the topics on this sponsored stream. I'm going to be honest. I don't think anybody from Crafton is watching this because this is I think it's the 4th one and I've gotten no notes. So as far as I'm concerned, like to me, that means they're chill with what we're talking about. And I don't see any reason they wouldn't be chill. It's not like we're talking about anything objectionable. There's penises in the R-rated zombie movie. Okay. More at 11. Holy shit. I got tasered. I got tasered by PotFriend. Okay, you so-and-so. Motherfucker. He took a photo of me after I got tasered. He jumped my pan. What the hell, man? All right, you won. Watch out, my king. Oh, no. That's fucked up, man. Eyes peeled, lads. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Now we're fucking talking, bro. Yeah. No, dude, we got a pincer attack. You and me, we could run this city. I'm literally not driving. Motherfucker. Can I see this for a second? Can I see? If this is the fucker in the hang glider, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Oh, okay, you know what? This seems like an actual human being. I can't be mad about this. Oh my god. I almost killed him! I didn't even know he was there, man! That's crazy. Holy cow. The unks were eating lunch on the Empire State Building? Ain't that the truth, man? You guys think you would have been out there eating your lunch? I think I probably would have gone down and eaten it. I don't think I could have stomached it up there. No shot. I don't think you could catch me on a girder 500 feet above Manhattan eating a fuck-ass, like, one slice of ham sandwich. A thermos full of, like, lukewarm water. No chance. Going down took your whole lunch break? I'll eat in the fucking lift. At least, like, they're not, like, adding a girder on the end of another girder. Like, they have some scaffolding. Why don't they just eat on the scaffolding, man? It's not like every second of every day they were just balancing on one girder. And then they were like, lunchtime, sit on the girder. They were aura farming. I know the flappers were going crazy. They were boomers? They're not. Not every old person is a boomer. They're not boomers. They're like 130 years old. Actually, I was taking me out. We did go to a luau in Hawaii. And the people that were sitting next to us, because it's like, you know, communal seating, they were like, look at all the older people taking so much food from the buffet. And then the dad went, yeah, you know, but when you grow up during the Great Depression, like, you just take food wherever you can get it. And I'm like, buddy, they did not grow up during the Great Depression. They would be 140 fucking years old. What are you talking about? If you grow up during the Great Depression, this shit was like 1927. You said that to them? No, I thought it. And I was like, I'm smarter than that guy. And I felt good about myself. Is this near where you lived? Could be. Let me see. Where we at here? Yeah, I was in. I was just north of Buksan Sa, so we must be close, man. To be fair, the problem when I lived in Korea was not with Korea. It was me. You know what the worst part of living in where I lived in South Korea was? When I got there, everybody started talking about, oh, have you been to this taco restaurant yet? Yeah. There's not a lot of good, like, North American food around here, but there is one taco place that's, like, it's pretty good. It hits the spot and it's open late. Spent, like, months kind of ambiently looking for this taco place. Come to find out the damn taco place shut down, like, 2 weeks before I moved there. So I was looking for a phantom, a specter that no longer existed. Wasting my fucking time, man. They turned it into a makjang restaurant. If you don't know what makjang is, it's basically like pig ass. Why didn't you just ask someone to take you to the taco place? So I guess you raise a good point. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I mean, nobody had a car. What the fuck? Swerved me? The hell are you doing, man? I'm just trying to go to work. Not funny. Fuck that. Fuck that honking. You fired first, bro. Waste of my time. Gotta spend 8 minutes to reload just because I had the poor sense to waste my bullets killing your stupid ass. Now I'm wearing Tuniversity sneakers like a damn fool. Don't even got any loot on you. That's pretty fucking funny. That's funny. I'll give you that. Time to play the Bazaar. I have to tell you, if you are a Bazaar head and you're waiting for me to play the Bazaar, you're going to be waiting a long time. I have zero desire to play the Bazaar in my heart. It's not going to happen. And I actually got shit to play. So I'm not dashing my ship on the rocks no matter what color it's painted, man. It's not going to happen. We got PUBG. You could always play Isaac. We got my winter car. I was away for a week, so I want to see new games. I got the fire in my belly to play some new games as well. I have no interest in the Bazaar right now. Mugenics comes out soon. We could play that for 1 week to 6 years. I don't know. It's changed significantly. Worth checking out again. I do not care. I do not care. I've changed significantly. And I've already checked out a year and a half ago. That was like 6 months ago. The flow of time is distorted in Lordran. You should know that shit by now, furtive pygmy ass. So easily forgotten. You ever see the Obama meme? Keys, wallet, phone. Oh shit, the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. That's a good one. You look like you're from Blighttown. Bro's acting like he's from the Valley of the Drakes. Chat, remind me. Next time I do a collaboration with Apollo, first thing I'm going to say to him, hey bro, how's Lower on Deadberg treating you? I'm going to hit him with some shit like that. Hey bro, how are things going in... Hey, what's up? Not much. How are things going in Lower on Deadberg? Or maybe that could... Dude, maybe that could be the new streamer bait. Popping into a random streamer's chat and saying some shit like... Oh shit, this could be good, man. Has anyone ever told you look like you're from Lower on Deadberg? No, because that sounds too fake. It's gotta be a real... It's gotta be a place that sounds like it could be real. Town. Obviously not the depths. New Londo. Okay, new Londo, but with no ruins. Yeah. Just go to the streamer's chat. Hey, are you from... Oh, are you from Ash Lake? Hey... Has anyone ever told you you look like this person? Have you ever been to Ash Lake? You look like this person I went to school with. Beautiful day too. Make sure you enjoy it. Vancouverites are they're virtue signalers when it comes to the weather. What the fuck do you mean we have a sunny day in January? People are like playing beach volleyball. Bro, it's still like, the weather's nice, don't get me wrong. It's 8 Celsius. When shit is like 8 Celsius in April, people have their winter coat on. But 8 Celsius in January, they're like, I'm going to go to the beach. Like, what are you talking about? Best to enjoy it? You don't have to, like, you're just taking it a step too far. Listen, yesterday, we set up the bouncy castle. So the kids, when we were having the dinner party, the kids would have something to bounce around on. We still said, hey, make sure you got your coat on. This is fucking like 8 Celsius, man. You have a bouncy castle? Yeah. It's a pain in the ass to, like, unfolding it, not so bad. Folding it back up. If you think a sleeping bag is bad, man, do not fold up the bouncy castle. Just leave it forever. No, as the second it gets rained on, it's fucking over. Had a job in college that transported like 6 of them. It's the fucking worst. Just, I feel you, man. It's like every time you fold it, you squeeze the air out of part of it, and then the air just gets sucked into another part of it. So like every time you deflate one part of it, it inflates another part of it. You need like 6 huge dudes named Tiny standing on top of it to keep the air out of it while someone else folds it in. Maybe someone named like Wedges. Why are they kind of affordable? Well, I said that people were going like r/rich posting. I'm pretty sure we got this shit at Canadian Tire for like, I don't know, maybe like $125. Don't get me wrong, it's not like an essential item, but it's... You're getting scammed if you hire one of those bouncy castle renting companies, I'm telling you, because they're just going to Canadian Tire and buying it for $120, then they're charging you like 80. Oh, he got it past me. The storage costs, though? There's no storage cost, man. Just put it in the garage. And you're going to be like, I don't have a garage. Okay, well, then you're not getting the bouncy castle, bro. What are they going to do? Set it up in your condo? Like, are we being serious people here? What the hell are we talking about? They'll blow that shit up in your one-bedroom condo? I don't think so. That is funny, though. Actually, like, that could be a great sketch. Hiring a party rental store to set up the bouncy castle inside of your fucking condo. Oh. You have a garage? Not only do I have a garage, nice, tricked them. This shit looks way too fucking Ohio to be in Buxley, man. It's before I saw the fucked up parking job. Bro, you look like you live in Herschel's house from The Walking Dead Season 2. Anyway, we keep our garage clean as fuck, too. Sorry to mog you. When we have a package that comes in a cardboard box, I break down the cardboard box and then put it in the recycling. I don't just throw all of the cardboard boxes into my garage and then like start telling myself cope. Like, actually, this will save me a lot of time. Because like most of the time in breaking down a box is like the starting to break it down and the finishing of breaking it down and taking it to the recycling. So I'll actually be way more efficient breaking down like 100 boxes at one time instead of... Yeah, and you know what? I saw what you did last time. Anyway, yes, long story short, we break down the boxes right away. Try to stay on top of that shit whenever possible. 6 sex? Bro, you sound like Monica from that Friends episode. The one where Monica wants Chandler to have intercourse with her, but he won't because she's sick and he doesn't want to catch it. And then she goes, fine, after like 21 minutes of trying to get him trying to trick him into having intercourse with her. And then she puts the vapor rub on and he gets horny because he gets horny for vapor rub. Who would have thought, man? Believe there's an arc where like Rachel is like begging Ross too. I think because she's pregnant and she wants to have the baby faster. What are you talking about? I didn't write, just to be clear, okay? I did not write Friends, so it's not me. People, I'm paying for Ross's sins right now, or I guess maybe Rachel's, I don't know. They were literally friends, by the way. This is what friends do. She wants to do it to induce labor, but as soon as they start, her water breaks. I know homie had the blue balls at the hospital. Bro was definitely saying, I just gotta run to the bathroom real quick. They weren't even dating? Bro, it was his kid, though. And they were friends. They should reboot Friends. Joey's bisexual now. Chandler's an incel. Ross has ADHD. Now, okay, let's do the ladies now. They're all bisexual. Start right there. Phoebe is now... she has an Etsy store. She sells handmade crochets. I shouldn't be in the red zone, bro. She sells handmade crochets on Etsy and does tarot card analysis on Zoom. Chefs still exist. I suppose Monica could still be a chef. But she has a tongue piercing now. And a tattoo. Oh, for a ghost kitchen. Yeah, she's the head chef in Mr. Beast Burger, Los Angeles, too. Any racial diversity? Yeah, bro. Joey's Italian. Bring me back to casual! Every real love, my whole life is misery. Every single real lobby is misery. Am I pain? Am I pain? God damn it! Where's the awareness? I'm aware that I died. And I'm aware that I'm hungry. And I gotta go pee. And there's 5 minutes left in the stream. So I'm gonna send you somewhere, but I know my wife is not streaming today. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to Chiblee, because I'm friends with Chiblee, and I have to go pee really bad. I have to go pee so bad, I don't have time to deliberate. I've just got to go. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Your diaper's full? But baby, it's cold outside. There's shit in your pants, but baby, it's cold outside. You smell like a poo. I really would love to do so much more. Please buy some boxers at the store. Your white pants are turning brown, sir. Baby, there's poo inside. Whatever, we'll just run. Mine and craft. I got a beach house on an island. Place down blocks of diamond. Notch apples for dinners. Mob's gonna be hiding. Jump on the minecart track, put some powered rails on it. Anything you want, I can dig, break, and mine it. You deserve a diamond, you deserve it all. Notch apples shining so bright. Minecraft boat racing on ice. Diamonds and gold, that's what I mine. That's what I mine. Diamonds and gold, that's what I mine. That's what I mine. You know this one, Apollo? I will never dig straight down cause it'll kill me. I promise when you mining, that's a guarantee. You know what I'm talking about? Nick Drake Minecraft songs. Please beware of mobs that scare. They'll only moan to see you groan in your house at night. Gonna see the Enderman. Gonna find out all his plan. Something like that. Or stealing blocks. If he steals all he finds, I might look him in his eyes. Don't suppose my design will survive. Okay, everybody just going pink wool is pissing me off. He's got other songs, okay?